if you want to get in better physical shape, it's going to come at a sacrifice. Usually, that sacrifice looks like not being able to spend as much time with your family. Maybe you got to leave work early. Maybe you got to tell your wife, hey, I'll be to bed in a couple hours. Whatever it is, you can't make no excuses as to why you're not getting it done. I went to Walmart and I spent 20 bucks, $10 on the ab wheel, $10 on the push-up bars. And sometimes, maybe even most times, we just tell ourselves we don't feel like doing it. We have long days of work. We got responsibilities outside of work. But if you can push through it and find that willpower to do it, even when you don't feel like it, that ending result will be much better than had you not done it at all. I would much rather be laying in bed next to my wife right now, you know, talking about the day, just chilling and laughing. But I know there's going to come a point in time where I need to be able to protect her, or I might have to pick up something heavy, or I have to teach my children to be strong and work out. I want to look like a superhero to them. You know, when God willingly, if I live to be an elderly man, I still want to be able to sprint and do pull ups. You know, we really do ourselves a disservice by being comfortable. We make excuses as to why we can't do something when we have a brain that is full of creativity and imagination. We can do anything we put our mind to. We just got to improvise with what we got. So I guess it just comes down to how bad do you really want it? Right now, I got what, 10 subscribers. I've been scrolling on YouTube and Instagram for years, seeing other people getting monetized, getting paid, doing this, that, and third. And all that they're doing is vlogging. Now, I think I got a good message. I want to be an advocate for Christ. I want to be the epitome of self development and motivate people to become the best version of themselves. But I can't do that if I'm not doing it. We can't talk if we don't have the credibility to show for it. Sometimes we like to give advice that we can't take for ourselves. Sometimes our need for perfection causes us to procrastinate. We can't wait until everything is perfect. You got to work with what you got. You got to figure out your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Is it really worth doing what you're doing? My why for working out, like I said, one, I'm doing it for myself, longevity of health. God willingly, if I live to be an elderly man, I want to be able to still be spry. Motion is lotion, as the doctor says. But if you don't use it, you lose it. Number two is I want to be a protector and a role model. And when you develop a certain type of physique, it speaks volumes to your consistency and your work ethic. You know, now I'm an ectomorph. It's hard for me to gain weight, and I got these two shoulder muscles that are trapped or whatever. I need to go see a physical therapist, but it's not going to stop me from working. Envision yourself when it all pays off. Look at yourself in the mirror right now. Document your process. Man, I got a picture from a couple years ago. Man, you could see my ribs. And now I've finally started to develop muscle around my rib cage. And I'm still nowhere near where I want to be. But realism and being authentic, that's that's my niche. So if you gravitate towards me, like, share, and subscribe so I could keep posting videos, which I'm going to keep posting them anyway, because I just believe when you truly put the work in behind yourself, it might not come to fruition immediately, because life is like a seed. You got to water it. You got to let the seasons come and go. You got to let things grow, and that takes time. You can't just microwave your success, because anything that come easy, leave easy. And sometimes envisioning the best version of yourself is not as impactful as envisioning the worst version of yourself. Or what will my life look like? What will it consist of if I keep going down this path of inconsistency and excuses and not doing? That can be more impactful than envisioning yourself as the best version of yourself. We can only let motivation take us so far until it has to transfer and evolve into doing and action. Sometimes we watch these videos on the internet, we get motivated. Oh, I'm going to start running. I'm going to start dieting. I'm going to start strength training. I'm going to start doing. Listen, what are you waiting for? Are you thinking that if you can't do an absurd amount of push ups or pull ups, that it's not worth doing? Are you thinking that if you can't do what you see the other people on the internet doing, then it's not worth doing? Because I'm telling you, that's not true. This workout session that you're seeing me do right now, it ain't nothing major. Quick 25, 30 minutes. But it's better than nothing. Just like how the ant takes crumbs and pieces and a whole bunch of crumbs and puts them away, that's the same thing we got to do with our workouts. When you feel like you not being consistent, or say you've been going for a week, and then after that week pass, you realize, damn, I haven't been back in a week. Man, do something small. Go buy you a jump rope. Go outside and jump rope. Go in the house and do wall sits. I mean, there's endless possibilities that you can do with your body when it comes to working out. It's not about having the most complicated workout routine. It's not about duplicating everything you see on the internet and thinking that's going to translate into the results that that other person got. You got to keep it simple. It's not about being aesthetically pleasing. You can pick 3 exercises. Pick one for your upper body, pick one for your core, and pick one for your legs. And master those 3 exercises. You don't need to do 10 and 15 different exercises when you can barely do one exercise for a full set. Whether it be 20 reps of push-ups for 5 sets, that's a lot if you ain't did a push-up since you was in high school. You go outside and you go jog for half a mile. That's a lot considering if you ain't ran a full sprint since you was in kindergarten. And I'm probably exaggerating, but I'm just saying, as we get older, we let the world become less colorful. We start getting into Groundhog Day. And that's not what we put here for. We put here to create. And another thing, working out does so much for your mental health. I've been able to combat the urges of wanting tobacco and smoking as much, all because of working out. I feel more confident in my abilities to do things because of working out. The mental clarity is good over here. Sometimes you can't think and you can't push yourself through with willpower because you draining out your spark with soda and cookies and things that make you feel lethargic, or you watching and you consuming things that's not feeding your appetite the way it should. Now, like I said, I can sit up here and give all of the motivational talk, but what it really comes down to is just that one person doing and wanting it for themselves. If you don't want it enough for yourself, want it enough for your kids, want it enough for your wife, want it enough for that hypothetical situation where you might have to protect somebody or something is going on in public and you need to run in a full sprint because it's a stampede, but you ain't ran in so long, you get trampled over. I don't want that to be me. With that being said, I ain't got too much more to say. Motivation will only take you so far, but consistency is what takes you there. Consistency is the mode of transportation that you need. You might walk the path of motivation to get to the road, but once you get to the road, you have to hop into that car of consistency. Otherwise, you'll never get to where you're trying to go on foot. Like, share, subscribe, and if not, nah, I'm sure you will.